I ain't worked since 2019. Like I ain't did no kind of physical manual work since like 2019. So I held in there a long time. So, but don't get it twisted. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up on what I'm trying to, but what I'm aiming to do. I'm still on route to that. But since 2019, I ain't worked. I ain't worked the job. I've been holding my own. I've been doing my thing. So I'm proud of myself for being able to accomplish that. So you got to celebrate the small wins as well, which I'm doing. But again, I had to take a step back because it was becoming overwhelming. Again, this is a transparency moment. It was getting overwhelming, so I couldn't be the boss at the time, so I had to go find a boss. What it do, what it do. I'm Bobby, aka the Augusta CarGuy. Thank y'all for tuning in to Side Hustle the CEO podcast, where we inspire entrepreneurs like yourself to be great. Growth, resilience, empowerment, alignment, thrive. I go out and get the information from the people who got it, and I bring it back to my platform for us, the people who need it. This is the podcast where we empower entrepreneurs one step at a time to take their growth to the next level. Future CEOs, future millionaires, future millionaire entrepreneurs, man, what it do? How y'all living this week? What's been new with y'all? Listen, so this week, well, not even this week, this month, well, for the next 3 months, all I'm focusing on is I'm dedicated to this journey. I'm dedicated on taking my personal and professional life to the next level. For sure. Like I've been telling y'all, man, it's getting crazy out here, and every day it get worse. I mean, I don't like talking about this stuff because it's like I'm not trying to excite fear in people, but I want people to be aware of what's going on in America and what's going on right in front of them. What's going on right in front of you. So I was talking to my cousin last week. He was telling me that he was like, "Damn, man, I gotta work OT. I gotta make some shit happen. I got shit going on." So I'm just like, "Shit, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta make it happen. It is what it is at this point. Everybody got something going on. Everybody's struggling right now. Hey, life, including myself. I'm still figuring it out myself. I'm still putting the pieces together myself. So I bring that up because I was looking at Joe Biden, and I was looking at what they talking about with Israel and Hamas and all that stuff that's going on over there. I've been looking into that. I've been just kind of paying attention to what's going on. So Biden actually just requested to get $105 billion from Congress to fund what's going on everywhere else but in America. They giving money to everybody else but us. The people who in country, and we got shit going on here. But we got $105 billion to give to aid and give support to them over here. They got this going on. We giving them support. We sending guns over here. We sending water over here. We sending ammunition over here. That shit costs money. But who you think paying for that stuff? Don't worry, I'll wait. The American taxpayers. That's who paying for that stuff. Everything that's going on over there, all the money that they donating over there is coming from the American taxpayers. That's where that money's coming from. That's who is actually funding those wars that's going on over there right now. We are. Everyday average working regular people, we actually are the ones who are funding everything that's going on in America. Everything that's going on out of America. We funded it. The American economy is funding it. We giving them our money. Like I said, my cousin, he was telling me that, shit, man, he go to work, and then at the end of the week, at the end of the 2 weeks, at the end of the pay period, he feel like shit. Damn, I've been working for free. Like I feel like I've been working for free. Where my money going? What's going on with my money? Like as soon as I get it, it's going straight to bills. It's paycheck to paycheck. Like that's the definition of it. Like I get my money. As soon as I get my money, it's gone. And then I'm surviving until next 2 weeks, or until the next time I get paid, or until the next time I got funds coming in. So, again, I was telling y'all last week that the war, if we look like we probably will go to war, as far as us getting involved in war or into this war that's going on, it's going to affect the American economy, which is already messed up as it is. Again, $105 billion they requested from Congress to help send it to other people who do not live in America. But on top of that, the American citizens are struggling. The household debt is trillions of dollars right now. Student loan debt is trillions of dollars right now. Now, I understand that we did sign up for these student loans. We did sign up and say, hey, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I need some money from you, I'm going to pay you back. I understand all that. But if you going to give the money to somebody else, you might as well give it to us. You might as well break bread with us. You might as well give us just a little bit. Y'all spending trillions of dollars, man. Just give us $1 billion. You know how far $1 billion would go in the American economy? Especially right now anyways. Now, I'm not saying they should give us, like, just cut us some checks. I'm not saying that, because that's the reason why we in this, situation where we in now is because of the checks they cut during COVID. So I'm not saying they should do that, but they should figure out how to at least figure out a way to add more jobs to the economy, because Ford, the people who working at Ford right now, they've been on strike for like the last week and a half, 2 weeks. We talking like 2,000 people striking. Like, that's crazy. They saying that they ain't getting paid enough. See, this is why I tell y'all that you should become an entrepreneur. Even though being an entrepreneur is not the thing that's going to be the end all be all. It could be if you choose it to be, and it works that way for some people, and it won't work for some people, which I understand that everybody can't be an entrepreneur. So some people, that's not what they own. But for the people who do have that fighting spirit, who do have that will to do better, or to make themselves better, or the will to do anything, you don't have to be super smart to be an entrepreneur. Like, you could be a regular person. I'm a regular person. Average, regular person. Anybody can put themselves in the entrepreneur shoes. So that's why I like to use the word CEO. Not saying CEO, I'm the CEO of my life. I'm in control of my life. I'm in charge of my life. So, yes, the podcast name is Side Hustle CEO. But that's taking your struggles as whatever you got going on in life, whatever struggles you got going on in your life, that's going from you busting your ass, surviving, you trying to figure it out, to going to becoming a CEO, like I said, being a CEO of your life, you changing everything around you. Complete 180. You becoming a CEO of your life, yes, get rich. Get rich. Become a better person. Control you, like, be you to your best abilities. That's what being a CEO is. Yes, I mean, you do have the chief executive officer. I'm referring to that as well, but I'm saying, like, mostly be a CEO of your life. Be in control of your life. Take control of your life. Be aware of the situations that's going on around us. That's what I'm doing. I'm bringing awareness. That's why I'm giving y'all these numbers. They requested 105 billion. So what they plan on doing with that 105 billion, they plan on giving 4 billion to air defense systems for Israel. That's out of the 105 billion, 4 billion going already. 4 billion going already. 30.6 billion for Ukraine defense operations. That's going to war. They funding the war. That's $30.6 billion for Ukraine and their defense operations. Now again, I just said that my cousin was telling me that, and he ain't the only person that I've been talking to lately. I've been talking to a few of my homies or a few people that I ran across. They done told me that, shit, I'm working OT like crazy. I just got me a part-time job. Shit, I just got me a second job. Shit, I'm struggling. I can't breathe. I got this going on. I got that going on. Like the Americans are struggling right now. We as Americans are struggling right now. But these fools choosing to give billions of dollars outside the country. But that's out of our control. The things that you can control, that's what you need to focus on. Again, I'm just bringing this stuff up because awareness. We need to be aware of these things. 440,000 new people now currently have 2 full-time jobs. 440,000 new people now currently have 2 full-time jobs. And 1.2 million new people now have a full-time job and a part-time job. So what that tell y'all? We need money. People need money. We got real life shit going on. Yeah, we trying to get by. We need it. We gotta take care of our little ones. We gotta take care of our kids. All that. We need it. 440,000 new people got 2 full-time jobs. 1.2 million new people have a full-time and a part-time job. So listen. So recently, even I myself, things get slow. So I got a job myself. I just became a contractor for Aerotech Aviation. So, and funny thing about it, I wasn't even really trying to get a job. I was just like, damn, like looking like, okay, I need to make some shake. Shit getting real. I need to make some shake. I just picked up the phone one day and I called. I'm like, hey, yo, y'all looking for any contractors right now? And they're like, yeah, man, what you qualified in? Let me see your resume. Send the resume over. He was like, all right, well, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna look it over. All right, cool. Send him the resume over. He called me back. He was like, hey, you look pretty qualified. XYZ, what you trying to do? What you looking for? This is what we got. This is what I got to offer right now. And you look like you from old paper. You fit the criteria. You fit what we looking for. Man, I promise y'all, man, on everything, dog. Like, I was trying to give him every excuse in the world for them not to hire me, because me being just so stuck in my ways as far as so gun-ho on becoming an entrepreneur and staying on this entrepreneurial journey. Like, in the beginning, everything was all good. And I hit the wall a couple times and, stuff happened, but I shook back and, I got right. But now, I'm stuck in my ways, still like, headstrong on becoming a multi-millionaire. I'm still focused on it. That's still my goal. I'm trying to get it. But I've been so gun-ho on that and so headstrong on that as far as like not being aware of like my own situation of what's going on. So we're gonna have a transparency moment. We're gonna have a transparency moment right now. Me not focusing on but me not focusing on like my immediate situation. Like I said, I'm stuck on going this route. I'm stuck on being a boss. I'm stuck on being a CEO. But not recognizing at the time that I need to slow down. I need to readjust. I need to go get a boss. I need to go get a boss. So I'm on the phone with him. He telling me, he's like, damn, can you, would you, how long has it been since you did XYZ? Man, listen, I haven't worked in 4 years, so I'm proud of myself. I have been, it's 2023, so 2019, I ain't worked since 2019. Like, I ain't did no kind of physical manual work since like 2019. So I held in there a long time. So, but don't get it twisted. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up on what I'm trying to, but what I'm aiming to do. I'm still on route to that. But since 2019, I ain't worked. I ain't worked the job. I've been holding my own. I've been doing my thing. So I'm proud of myself for being able to accomplish that. So you got to celebrate the small wins as well, which I'm doing. But again, I had to take a step back because it was becoming overwhelming. Again, this is a transparency moment. It was getting overwhelming, so I couldn't be the boss at the time, so I had to go find a boss. Like I said, I called the number that I found online. Hey, y'all looking for any contractors? He gave me the rundown, sent him my resume, and again, I was giving dude every reason not to hire me. Like, I'm like, because in my head, I'm like, damn, I really don't want to get a job because I know I'm going to figure this shit out. I know it's going to get better. I know it's better days. But I had to readjust, had to get refocused on my plan. I'm pulling back, not pulling out. Pulling back, not pulling out. Taking a step back. So I'm looking at my employer as my investor. Like, I'm not looking at that company as my employer. I'm looking at that company as my investor. Hey, they invested in the things that I want to do. They invested in the things that I need to get done. They invested in helping me take it to the next level, get my life better, keep me and my family on track. That's what they're doing. So, although I'm going back to work, I got a plan though. You feel me? I got a plan. I'm not going to be there long. I'm planning on only being there for 2 years. 2 years, I'm going to give them the best 2 years of my life. I'm going to give them, listen, when I'm on the clock, I'm going to be tap dancing and doing what I got to do while I'm on the clock. When I'm off the clock, hey, I'm studying, I'm locked in, I'm doing what I need to do. Like I said, I got a plan. So it doesn't matter what happens in life. It doesn't matter where you at. It doesn't matter how you get off track. What you gonna do to get back on track? I was talking about us struggling earlier. We struggling, but what you gonna do about it? Because you got the power to change it. Whatever going on, whatever that's happening right now, to you can change it. Shit was happening. I changed it. You can change it. But you got to be aware of what's going on to change it. Is that making sense? Is y'all following what I'm saying? You got to put yourself in a position to be better. You got to reposition. You got to pivot. You got to hit the brakes, stop, figure it out, get back on track. Make it do what it do. So, back to what I was saying though, as far as our money being sent overseas to everybody else but us. 144 million out of that 105 billion is being set up in a fund for nuclear non-proliferation, which means that they are setting up in case we have a nuclear war break out. That's what that means. That they setting up for that. So they spending $144 million on that. Now, I don't have no problem with them spending money on our military. That's cool. We're Americans. They're supposed to strengthen our military. Now, them doing what they're doing may be a tactic for them to strengthen our military. I'm not a professional. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but some of it don't make sense. A lot of it don't make sense. It is what it is, but a lot of it don't make sense. But that's what they're doing. $144 million to nuclear non-proliferation. Again, that's to put stuff in place in case they putting a plan in place in case a nuclear war break out. They being prepared for it. So they spending $144 million on that, which I'm okay with that. I was watching a video on Instagram the other day. It was a reel. They was showing something that's going on in Israel. They had a rocket inside their house. Like, I couldn't imagine waking up and seeing a rocket in my ceiling. I don't know what that feeling feels like. So I don't want to go through that. So them spending $144 million on that, I don't think that's so bad, because I mean, if you're gonna be in shit, you might as well spend money to be able to protect yourself. So, hey, listen, a lot of it I don't agree with, but I mean, that I don't really have a problem with. And then they spending another $798 million for our Air Force operations and maintenance. They spending $798 million on our own Air Force operations and maintenance. Again, I don't have a problem with that. Our military need to be strong. Strengthen our military. That's cool. But all this other money they're giving out, man, $10 billion to humanitarian assistance to Israel, Gaza, and Ukraine. $10 billion. On top of the $30.6 billion that they're giving to them. Then on top of the other $4 billion that they said they're going to give to them. So that is $44 billion that they're giving to somebody else. They just throwing it away. They giving it to somebody else. People living check to check. People living hand to mouth. In America. But what's going on over there? And I'm not trying to be insensitive to what's going on over there, but I don't live over there. Again, them spending $798 million on our Air Force, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with y'all spending that much money on our military. But we just gotta pay attention to this stuff, man. Them spending this money like this, the economy is already high. Things are already high right now, so it's just gonna make it go. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go up some more. Think about it like this. If they go to war, the price of oil gonna go up. The price of oil, last time I checked yesterday, was $91 a barrel. At $91 a barrel, so we use 93 in the cars that we have. Gas it's like $3.75. So that's at $91 a barrel. They are predicting that the prices of that same $91 per barrel may turn into $130 per barrel. Now, that same $3.75 that we paying for 93, if that happens, if the price per oil go up, that $3.75 is going to turn into $5.30. Like, it's going to turn to $5.30 per gallon. Ain't nobody going to be on the road. Ain't nobody going to be driving. Ain't nobody going to be going nowhere. $5.30 a gallon for some gas? Come on now. If that's for 93, 87 gonna be $4.80. $4.80. That's what 87 gonna be. So this stuff that's going on now, it affects us. So we have to pay attention to what's going on. We gotta understand why this stuff is happening in the economy. Why we can't get by in our own economy, because of what they doing with the money, because of where they sending the money and what they doing with it. Listen, man, like I said, I'm dedicated to this journey. I'm dedicated to this journey I'm on. I was saying about that I started working again. I created a plan for 2 years for me to be there for 2 years and do what I need to do and put the money in the right places. So for starters, I got my wife and I, we got some debt that we got to take care of. So I'm gonna put $400 every week to debt, to debt. All our debt together. We combine all our debt. Well, first thing you need to do is you need to see what you got going out, and you need to see what you got coming in. You need to audit your account for the next 90 days, or for the previous 90 days. See where you've been spending your money. See how much money has been coming in. See how much money's been going out. So when you seeing how much money you've been spending, you want to put on there. Get a piece of paper, write it down. The restaurants that you went to, all the entertainment, all the money that you spent outside of your household, outside of your bills, whether it was for gas, food, any kind of entertainment of any kind, you need to write it down and put it on this sheet of paper. So I like to call it a spending plan. So that's what we created. I created a spending plan. Put your income on one side, and put your expenses on the other side. When you do that, you're doing it so you can see what's going on. If you can't see what's going on, you're going to continue to do wrong. You're going to continue to do the wrong stuff. You're not going to do what you need to do. Or you're going to keep surviving. I don't know about y'all. Listen, surviving, that ain't for me. I've been surviving my whole life. That ain't for me. But put yourself in a position for you to build wealth. I'm putting myself in a position to build wealth. First thing first, I'm clearing up debt. Taking $400 every week, putting it towards whatever debt that I decide to put it to. So credit card debt, how we gonna do that? We put all our credit cards on a sheet of paper. We see which one has the highest interest rate and which one has the highest balance. So you want to get the one that has, you want to start off with the one that has the lowest balance and the highest interest rate. So let's just say that's $3,000. And then you want to go to the next card. You want to see which one, you want to put them in order. So you can see which ones you need to pay off first. Put them in order. This is the plan. You got to be strategic about it. So you're going to put the first one on there. It's $3,000. So the second one you're going to put on there, let's just say, is $5,000. And then the next one is, let's just say, $10,000. So what you want to do is you want to put the $1,600 a month the $400 a week that I'm taking out, which is $1,600 a month that I'm putting towards the $3,000. Instead of me paying the minimum payment, $100, $200, whatever the minimum payment is, instead of me paying that, I'm gonna take all that money and focus on one card. The rest of the cards, I'm gonna pay the minimum balance on. The rest of the cards, I'm gonna pay the minimum balance on. $3,000, you got a debt for $5,000, you got a debt for $10,000. The plan is, if you plan right, if you not saying you got to do as much as I'm doing, because I know everybody can't do that, but you still got to make a plan. But y'all get what I'm saying. So the $400, which is $1,600 a month, that will go towards the $3,000 balance. That's going to take you 2 months to clear that off. That's 60 days. Boom, knock that out the way. You can knock that out the way. 2 months, you knocked it out the way. $5,000 is the next one. Same thing. Once you pay that one off, we're going to the next one. Same thing. Pay the $1,600 a month, $400 every week to that one card, until you complete the $5,000 balance. Now, you still got that $10,000 card. So while you paying on the $5,000 card, pay the minimum balance on the $10,000 card. Pay the minimum balance. That's all you got to do is pay the minimum balance and just pay all of the money. Put all of the money towards the $5,000 debt. Once you clear it off, go to the next one. Even if that takes you 6 months to a year to do that, You are putting yourself in a better position every day. Every day. If you want to do better, you gotta do better. You don't have to. Nobody ain't gonna make you do better. You have to want. You gotta want to do better. You gotta want that shit. You gotta want to do better. You gotta want to do better. So that's the first thing I'm doing. Clearing debt. While I'm clearing debt, I already have a few different high yield savings accounts. I have a few different ones. I've been looking into one of my homies. He put me on Goldman Sachs. So I started that. So they're gonna give me the money that I invest. I'm gonna take now. Keep in mind, I'm taking $400 to put towards the debt, and then this next one I'm gonna take $200 every week and put it towards my Goldman Sachs high yield savings account. Either $100 or $200. I'm gonna do that every week. $100 to $200. I'm gonna do that every week, just depending on what it is. I'm gonna do it every week, and that's gonna go to my Goldman Sachs high yield savings account, which is gonna give me a 4.6 APY. You can't beat it. We putting our money in the bank, and the bank is giving us 0.0008%. Like, the math ain't math, and that don't make sense. So I'm not telling you to take your money out of the bank. Do your own research, of course, first before you start doing any of that stuff. But that's what I'm doing. But I've done the research already. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm putting my money into different high yield savings accounts. As I told y'all before, I invested into, of course, the stock market, but I also invested into life insurance. Everybody needs life insurance. Not only do you need it for death, you need it while you're alive. Rich people use their life insurance while they're alive. Again, do your own research on it. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and what makes sense for me and mine. That's just what I'm doing. But you got to be intentional about everything that you do if you want to go to the next level. If you want to be the provider for your people. If you want to take care of your family. If you want to get out of this rat race that we in. If you want to get out of the struggle that we in. I just read it off to y'all. 1.2 million new people have a full-time job and a part-time job. 440,000 new people have 2 full-time jobs. The picture getting clear. Shit fucked up. It's getting wicked out here right now. So pay attention, man. Listen, do what you gotta do to get your stuff to somewhere else. To get your stuff in a new position. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. What I always do is, me going back to work, I had to self-assess myself. I used to do it all the time. I'm back into it now. Because I can't allow myself to keep slipping. So I gotta self-assess and readjust. Self-assess, I'm gonna see what's going on, figure it out. I'm gonna readjust, I'm gonna create a plan, and I'm gonna get over the hump, and I'm gonna keep going. So I'm gonna keep studying, I'm gonna keep networking, I'm gonna keep getting new information. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I love information. Like, I'm always reading, I'm always listening to Audible, I'm always listening to podcasts, I'm always listening to anything that's gonna help me develop as a person. Not anything, but a lot of stuff that's personal development I listen to. Professional development, I listen to. Business development, I listen to. Like I said, I go out and get the information from the people who got it, and I bring it back to my platform for us, the people who need it. I bring it back for us, the people who need it. So me, my wife and my kids, we all created SMART goals. And this is something that we're going to do every 30 days. No, every 90 days, my bad. We're going to do it every 90 days. But at the end of 30 days, at the end of the 30-day mark, we're going to go over these goals and see how close we've got to these SMART goals. SMART goals, for y'all who not familiar with it, it's an acronym. SMART specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So we all created these goals. In these goals, when you create these goals, you got to get clear. I tell that to my kids all the time. If y'all gonna make these goals, which I showed them how to do it, and I walk them through it, but they gonna get this work. They gonna understand how to be better in life. They gonna understand how to be great. They gonna understand how to unlock their full potential. They gonna understand all of this. I'm gonna teach it to them. Now, like I said earlier, I haven't worked in the last 4 years. I've been doing my own thing. I'm just now going back to work 4 years later. And I plan on this being my last rodeo. So this stuff that I'm doing, this stuff that I'm learning, I gotta teach my kids this shit. Because guess what? The rich people kids know this. Most of them anyways. Most of these kids know this stuff. And that's why they're able to have your child work for them. That's why they're able to have your child work for them. Because they understand these systems that they need to put in place. They understand how to make money. They understand how to provide. They understand how to be the business. They understand that. But they also understand how to make goals. They also understand how to make spending plans. They're not going out just spending their money. They're not going out just doing whatever they want to do. They understand all this stuff. They learning this stuff. This is what I'm teaching my kids. I've been doing this stuff for the last 4 years, 5 years. But I'm about to 10 times it now. Everything that I've been doing for the last 4 years, I'm about to 10 times it. I'm about to go super hard. Because I got 2 years. I got 2 years to make it happen. I got 2 years to make it happen. Which I'm gonna make it happen. So, hey, I gotta get to work. I gotta get to work for sure. Hey, y'all drink money on? This is the strawberry grape Mamba Forever edition. Rest in peace, Kobe. But hey, that's my favorite one. I used to like the strawberry kiwi one. This one hit the spot right here. But yeah. That one hit the spot. But as I was saying, man, keep getting your new information and keep focusing on your growth. Keep focusing on your growth. You gotta fail in order to grow. You can't really truly grow unless you experience failure or unless you experience a setback. Unless you've been knocked off your high horse, you can't really grow. So I say that because in order to be, I want to be a multimillionaire. I want to make $100,000 a day. I'm gonna make $100,000 a day. I'm gonna be a multimillionaire. Let me change my purpose. Let me change how I'm speaking on my life. But you have to fail in order to grow, or experience failure in order to grow. And when I say that is because along the 4 years, I went through all kind of shit. I've been up, been down, been doing good, been doing all right. Things been moving along. Getting to the money, not getting to the money. It's been up and down. It's been a roller coaster, but it's been expected. It was expected. In order to get those peaks, you gotta hit the valleys first. Just like a roller coaster. When you go down, what the roller coaster gonna do that? It's coming back up, ain't it? It's coming back up. So with that being said, as you on your entrepreneurial journey, as you on your CEO journey, enjoy the time where you are low. Not saying like be happy and all that shit, but enjoy the times when you are low. When you ain't got no money, when it's hard to pay your bills. Like, remember that. Remember how you felt when you couldn't pay your bills. I was talking to my cousin. He was telling me like, "Dad, man, I got this going on, got that going on." I'm like, "Shit, I understand. Hey, bro, I done been there, but hey, life happens. Life happens. And when life knocks you down, what you gonna do? You got to be able to shake it off, and get up and keep going. Although, listen, this is your CEO season. If you want to be a CEO, if you want to be a high-level entrepreneur, multimillionaire, all that good stuff, the seed sowing needs to start now. We slow in the country right now. Money is not being made. It's not in rotation. We need to be thinking. We need to be learning. We need to be understanding our market, understanding our customers. We need to be learning right now. We need to be getting in front of our business. We need to be reinvested into our business. We need to be getting out of our own way. We need to be getting all the knowledge that we can and focusing on our growth. Focusing on our growth. Speaking of knowledge and learning and all that good stuff, do y'all know who the founder of the Board of Education is? And this is something I just found out. My homie sent me a video, and it was talking about the founder of the Board of Education and all that good stuff. So the founder of the Board of Education, from what the video was saying, the founder of the Board of Education is John Rockefeller. So I didn't know that, so I looked it up. I'm like, okay, well, let me see what they talking about. Okay, I looked into it. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, he the founder of it. And then I'm thinking like, okay, well, shit, so what? But it's something that he said. He said that the Rockefellers, John Rockefeller, he said, I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. So as I look at these numbers where 1.2 new people have two full-time jobs, full-time and a part-time job, it makes sense now that I'm, looking at this stuff that I was looking at. He said he don't want a nation of thinkers. He want a nation of workers. We, out the gate, we go to school. If he created the Board of Education, they created all of this stuff. That was created in 1903. That means from the gate, we was in trouble. As soon as we started going to school and learning what we was learning, we was in trouble. We learned all the shit that we don't really need in life. When you go to school, you get taught math from somebody who went to go study math. And not saying nothing about math teachers, because my aunt is one of the best math teachers. She's smart as she's smart as hell. She's smart as I don't know what. But they allowing math teachers to teach math. Why not have an engineer teaching math? Somebody who applies someone who applies math every day. Science. Why is a scientist not teaching science? Not someone who went to school to study science. That's only applied information, so they don't really know. Why not let a scientist teach you science? I mean, that makes sense to me. I don't know. That makes sense to me. That means we have been educated to be poor. We have been educated to be slaves. Going to school, get a job, work 40 years, work 40 hours, retire on 40% of your income. That sounds like slavery to me. Now, I don't know, I ain't too smart, but that sounds like slavery to me. But yeah, man, we was taught from the gate to go be an employee. We was taught in school how to be a better employee. The higher we go in school, the more of an employee we probably gonna be. Man, that's crazy, ain't it? Now, but listen, man, hey, I'm just trying to give y'all some food for thought. He said, I don't want a nation of thinkers. Start thinking. Use your brain. Use your brain. My uncle used to tell me all the time, boy, use your head for more than a hat rack. I never really understood what he was saying. Use your head for more than a hat rack. I never understood what he was saying. Don't just use your head and put a hat on it. Use your head to think. Use your head to think. Use your head for more than a hat rack. That's what he used to always tell me. But hey, listen, man. Start thinking. The richest man in the world said, I don't want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. He don't want a nation of thinkers because the top 10%, it's only like 15 of them.